back to the question. The biggest lesson learned from motorcycling. The biggest lesson that I have learned from motorcycling is, it's kind of twofold. It's to thy own self be true, because you can't please everyone. Oh, there we go. Hey people, this is Tony Rey-no for Two Wheel for Fun. I am getting ready to do this challenge. I was going to give you a ride and do the challenge at the same time, but I think I'm just going to pull over to the side of the road for a little bit and do a brief recording and then get my butt back home, because I am safe. I don't have the virus or anything, but with the latest news reports of, especially here in Italy, with now the young people are catching the virus and things of that nature, I'm going to err on the side of caution, do a quick answer these questions, hopefully within the 10-minute time frame, and then get my butt home. But before I start that, you guys know that I started doing, a few vlogs of the coronavirus and how it's affecting Sicily, and in particular the area where I stay, which is Sigonella Naval Air Station. But since then, there has been a few other videos to pop up. I'm not going to say anything about that, people. All I'm going to say is, look, as I've posted in my video, if you want the latest information, you need to go to the CDC website or the World Health Organization. Okay? That I'm not going to say anything about no cure, about how to stay healthy or anything of that nature. All of that is on the official websites. Okay? All right. With that said, let's get on to this challenge. And the challenge was given to me by Rich from Have Moto Will Travel. So I accept. And in turn, I am going to give this challenge to Rich and Kake from Boots and Jeans Travel. From Boots and Jeans Riders. I was supposed to not to do any edits. So I'm giving this challenge to Rich and Kake from the Boots and Jeans Riders. There you go, people. Or I should say, Rich and Kake, the challenge is at your doorstep. So the first question, what motivated me to get my first motorcycle? I have to tell you, when I was a young lad, probably about 10 or 11, the TV series Happy Days was on, and all you guys know the Fonz. At least people in my age group knows the Fonz, and the motorcycle that he was driving on. Well, my cousin actually got, I think it was a Honda CB250 at the time, and he let me ride it. And I think I've put this in another video, I'm not sure, but he put me on the bike and he told me not to switch any gears, just hold the throttle and let it coast. And I got on that bike, man, and I'm telling you, I started coasting, and whatever in my mind told me, I know there's more. So I switched the gear, rolled on that throttle, and needless to say, started going faster. And the power that came from that little Honda CB250, oh my God. The only bad part is I think I ran into like a little tree or a shrub or something and fell off the bike, and my mom came out, "Get off that thing before you kill yourself," or something to that nature. At that point, I knew I had to get a motorcycle. So fast forward, some umpteen years when I finally join the military, I get my first motorcycle, which was a Honda Nighthawk CB 750. And yeah, so that's what motivated me to get the first bike. And I'm cheating here because I actually had to write down the questions. The next question is, what type of ride do I prefer? Twisty or straight? Single in a group ride? Or back roads or slab? I tell you, I like it all. I mean, everything you throw at me, I will take. But first off, the twisty, that is first and foremost, that is my thing. There is nothing like being on a ride and getting and having that thrill from getting the corners and the turns, everything, the apexes, everything just right. And the straights, they're okay if I'm trying to get somewhere in a hurry, you know. So, but first and foremost, I like twisties. Single or group ride, same thing. I like them both. Here lately, it's been a group per se. Maybe myself and another rider, or at the most two. But I have no problem riding solo because that's actually how I started out. So that is that. Back roads are slabs. Kind of twisties and back roads and straights and slabs kind of go hand in hand. But back roads and slabs, I prefer the back roads along with the twisties because it's so much more to see on the back roads. And I'll tell you a secret. When I'm by myself and I roll out, it's all back roads and twisties to get to a said destination. But on the way home, I will take the autostrada or freeway or straights, as you say, because I've had my fun for the day. So now I'm just trying to get home safely. So to minimize, you know, risk and issues and things of that nature, I just get on the autostrada and I make a beeline for home. So that is that. What is the third question? Favorite type of motorcycle trip? Day rides, weekend, or longer? These are easy questions. Again, I like it all. Day rides, weekend rides, long rides, everything. Because I'm not, well, I am retired, but because I started work again, you know, I can't really have too many long trips because I have to work. So the weekend often provides the chance to do day rides, either on a Saturday or a Sunday. I get out, you know, myself or with Michael, Karen, or with others, and we roll out for a day. I mean, make a day of it. I mean, and this trip, it can be, I'm talking round trip here, it can be as small as 200 miles. It can be as big as 500 miles. It's just whatever I can fit in for a day and wherever we're going. Weekend trips, I haven't had too many here because honestly, I don't know of a lot of riders that are really into that type of thing. And like Rich from Have Moto said, it's we're okay riding solo, but to actually go on a weekend trip and to get somewhere and be there by yourself, it kind of puts a damper on things because it's like, who are you going to talk to? Who are you going to chill with? Yes, you can meet people, but it's, you know, these days and times, you know, you have to put protection on yourself. You know what I mean? So I'm just hearing the sirens. Maybe I need to get my butt home because it is a travel restriction here. And long trips. All I got to say about that is the Swiss Alps, baby. If it's over a week, 2 weeks, I'm all for it. And when I retire this second time, oh, you can best believe the long trips will be coming. The fourth question, favorite place to ride? Hey, as my wife says, the Swiss Alps. Of course, I say the Alps in general, but she said I often go to the Swiss Alps a lot more than any place else. But high elevation and isolated roads, that is me. The biggest lesson, what is the next question here? The biggest lesson learned from motorcycling. Oh, the biggest lesson I've learned from motorcycling. I'm sorry, people, I keep looking this way because I'm hearing sirens, and I want to make sure that they're not coming in this direction to check my official travel documents, and I don't think they are. So back to the question, the biggest lesson learned from motorcycling. The biggest lesson that I have learned from motorcycling is, it's kind of twofold. It's to thy own self be true, because you can't please everyone. And what I mean by that is, if I'm planning a ride, then I'm planning that ride, and I'm going to go to a certain destination, basically the destination I want to go to, because it's the ride I planned. And because you can't please everyone. You get a group ride together, and then everyone wants to have input, which is okay if you have stated that from the beginning. Look, I'm doing this ride. Do you guys have any place you want to go? But a lot of times you plan a ride, you have everything all squared away, and then the people that join in on the ride, they want to give you pointers on where to go and what road to take, this and that. And that's okay, but you have this ride planned. So you have to be true to yourself and know where you want to go, because otherwise the trip can be disastrous, because you're trying to get somewhere where you haven't planned to. So to thy own self be true, because you can't please everyone. That's the biggest lesson I have learned from motorcycling. Words of wisdom to new motorcyclists. Whew, this is a tough one. One, I'll keep it simple and say, take that motorcycle safety course, because it's some stuff that oh man, okay, this is my first blurb here. Wisdom to a new motorcyclist. Yeah, that's what I'd have to say. Take an official MSF course. Don't learn from a friend or a buddy who's been riding and things of that nature, because official, people, keep it official. That way you will stay alive, especially if you have the basics. Next big ride and our destination. Another Euro trip, people, and that is scheduled for July of this year, providing that this coronavirus clears up and everything. We'll be heading out. Well, I'll be heading out. Well, correction. Michael, Christopher, and myself will be heading down to Vicenza to meet up with some friends coming in from America, and we're gonna do probably about a 12-day Euro trip going through the Alps. We're gonna start off at Vicenza, obviously, work our way through Croatia up to Slovenia, and then Austria, and come on back around. So that's what we plan on doing. That's gonna be the long trip. All right, people, I'm gonna get home, put this video together, or actually just upload it and then give it to you in its rare form. Hopefully I met the 10-minute challenge. Again, the challenge is being passed on to Rich and Kake from Boots and Jeans Riders. So there you go, people. You guys have a good one. And this is Tony Rey-no, over 50, still on 2, and loving it.